Auto shows throughout the past century have changed as much as the cars themselves. Models are not only bringing beauty to the cars, but they're coming in as product experts as well. Hello everyone, I'm Laurel Hess and this is Comcast Newsmakers coming to you from the North American International Auto Show. Joining me today is Margery Krevsky, the President and CEO of Production Plus, the talent shop. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Laurel.
So you are in charge of much of the talent, the models, or now we like to call them the product specialists.
That's exactly right. It's a new term. It's a lot different from the days of the 70s and 80s when they were models, and as they said, they would get on the turntables and spin and grin. Now they are product specialists. They are very savvy. In fact, they're gearheads. They still are attractive, but you know, attractive people can think and are very smart.
So you're not changing the actual people who are out there representing the vehicles. You're not putting the techies and the engineers from the automotive companies out there, but yet
no,
you're training those talented spokespeople, if you will, to also be experts about their products.
That's exactly right. They're attractive people, but they are trained very, very well. They have days and weeks of training. They have ride and drives. They know the automotive business. They know the ins and outs of what it is to drive a car. They know what's under the hood, and they know what's new in technology, and they can talk it. So when people come to the auto shows, they have a very unique experience. They get to see the car, but you know, no matter how fabulous the car looks and how great the sheet metal is, the one thing is it cannot talk. So the product specialists are a key component of the auto show experience. And no matter how techno-savvy the consumer is, that product specialist can key into what they want, answer questions from what's the latest technology going on? What's the difference between a hybrid car and an electric car?
How big have auto shows integrated themselves into the culture, the fabric of Americana, if you will? Because we're from Detroit, all we know is we're used to the North American International Auto Show coming here, not realizing it's one of the biggest,
right.
But it's not the only one either. There are auto shows going on at the same time and throughout the year everywhere in the country and the world.
That's exactly right. The auto show is not just an American culture, it's global culture. The automobile is in our psyche, it's in our everyday living. So when people come to the auto shows, it can be here in Detroit, it can be in Europe, it can be in Santa Fe, New Mexico, in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, or in Boston, Massachusetts. There are over 90 auto shows in the United States, and then of course there are some terrific global auto shows like Geneva, Paris, Frankfurt, Tokyo, and Shanghai. All of them make use of product specialists and talent in some way because of that very unique connection between the car and a human being.
Do you tend to get the same folks coming back year after year, maybe working for the same company, they already have some prior knowledge, and then traveling with that company with that same product?
Yes, for each brand there are a core of people ranging anywhere from maybe 25 to 150 people and are trained, and they travel maybe all over the United States. This year we're taking some of them to Geneva to be in those shows to give kind of an American experience like to maybe the General Motors brand. And these people are very committed to travel, to being on their feet 8 to 12 hours, and for the ladies I might say in 4-inch heels, and still being charming and conversational and talking about vehicles.
Tough to be good looking and smart too, but you managed to pull it off with all of your talent. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today's Comcast Newsmaker was Margery Krevsky, the President and CEO of Production Plus, the talent shop.